What's going on, everyone? I'm Utsav, and in today's video I am super stoked to be sharing with you my first impressions of the Keychron Q1. In one word, this board is dope. I mean it, it is insanely good, right out of the box, as in no mods needed kind of good. Although YouTube is on fire right now with mod videos showing how to make it even better, so get subscribed and turn on notifications so you'll know when I drop that video. I've dropped a typing test in for you toward the end, so stay tuned if you want to see the unboxing, or feel free to skip ahead if you simply want to hear what the Gateron Phantom Silver switches sound like in a factory assembled Q1. From the size and weight of the package, you can immediately tell that we're dealing with a big boy here. There's nothing fancy about the box, so let's get straight to the good bits. Inside, there's plenty of padding to protect the keyboard and accessories. There's also some basic literature right on top. I was honestly a bit blown away to find a perfectly color-matched braided cable in the accessories pocket. Keep in mind, this is a sub $200 keyboard, and the product page makes no mention of the cable being color-matched. So at this price, I was really just expecting something basic inside. If you order the fully assembled variant of the board like I did, it ships with stock Mac option keycaps, and Keychron includes Windows replacements should you prefer those. You'll also find a little baggie with some tape, feet, and replacement screws. Underneath the keyboard is a quick start guide. Below the quick start guide, we get to the tools: a screwdriver, a keycap puller, a switch puller, and an Allen key. Everything you need to open up this big boy and make your own mods. And finally, the keyboard itself. That blue honestly looks even better in person than it does on the website. Since its initial launch last year, the Q1 has seen a few iterations. Mine is the knob variant, which out of the box adjusts volume in macOS and Windows. The knurled texture feels awesome, and the rotation is click-stopped, preventing accidental turns. The case is made from CNC machined aluminum, or aluminium if you prefer, and weighs in at around 1,825 grams. That's around 4 pounds. When I said this is a big boy, I wasn't kidding. It weighs more than my MacBook Pro. The Q1 has a 75% layout, so it lacks the dedicated numpad of a full-size keyboard, and the navigation cluster is placed vertically to save some space. You get a default 5.2% typing angle with no adjustments possible. Because I opted for the Phantom Silver switches, the keycaps are double-shot ABS. I know everyone goes on about die-sub PBT, but honestly, these look and feel very good. At the top left edge are the USB-C connector and the dedicated switch to let you flip seamlessly between macOS and Windows keyboard layouts. If RGB is your jam, then this board has that too. Although I'm personally not an RGB fan, I have to admit that it looks pretty sweet the way it's offset against the white alphas. It's way more subtle than many other boards out there. In more natural light, it's less obvious, but I still opted to turn it off completely. I'm going to cover all the ins and outs in my in-depth review, but in the meantime, here are my top 3 reasons for why you should consider this board. Number 1, the price. If you're looking for something that's solid straight from the factory, even if you never choose to mod it, then this is a great choice. The board also comes with plenty of options for enthusiasts. You get a ton of bang for your buck. Number 2, the dedicated Mac Windows switch. For me, the ability to quickly flip between layouts comes in super clutch, because I need to do this about a dozen times a day. Number 3, decent stock switches. Keychron's collaboration with Gateron to deliver factory looped switches in the fully assembled version of this board shows leadership. They're showing the industry what's possible, and they're showing consumers that it doesn't have to cost a fortune. If you're in the market for a custom mechanical keyboard and have a budget of around 200 bucks, then you could do a lot worse. With the Q1, Keychron continues to push the envelope and delivers features you often see in much more expensive boards at a much wallet-friendlier price. I can't wait to take this bad boy apart and see just how much better I can make it sound. If you enjoyed this video, then do me a solid and hit that thumbs up. If you would like to see more content from me, then smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you'll always know when I drop my next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.